Hey Junes, what's up? This is Retrokid Reviews, and I hope I said that right because I'm not really good at talk about feature slang. And the fact that I got most of Surrey White when it comes to Batman Beyond logic is kind of it. So yeah, basically this is gonna be a rundown for some trailers that came out over the weekend. Long story short, I want to get something pretty personal out of the way first. Yeah, Sphere Hunter Susie just basically did her Phantom Liberty long overdue I guess overview of the then 2.0 update. I think 2.1 just dropped some new stuff as of this recording. So yeah, check that out if you're still playing Cyberpunk as well. Anyway, on to the most obvious reason why it probably took forever for Susie to do basically a lot of recaptures and a lot of the usual stuff. She went into in her breakdown of the new update that it basically she had to rewrite, I think, mostly the ending, and because she was involved with a side quest during Phantom Liberty, she was doing got a lot more connections to CD Red's PR team, and more importantly, their devs that had to go through version 1.0 when that launched almost 3 years ago now. So it was getting really emotional by the end, and there was stuff about I guess her side quest character she was trying to lead into, and a lot with the major players in the Liberty expansion. I don't want to talk about because I think she had a better time experiencing that kind of relatability with a lot of the players there, characters-wise. And yeah, to Susie herself, I'll still say this. First of all, Carter, her whole breakdown of that new update at the time. And yeah, as a fellow New Yorker to a former Brooklyn girl, I'm gonna say this nicely, you did a good job, kid. You did a really damn good job. So, with the pleasantries of this out of the way, and seriously, her fan art has only gotten better as time went on. Weird as it sounds, just go to the video to see it. You see it yourself. I have to bring the room down a little before we do our trailer breakdowns. Yeah, season 2 of Halo is still happening, for better or worse. Go to my review of the first season of how I kind of felt, story-wise. Ultimately, it's still Halo. The visuals are still pretty good, but then again, that depends when we get to the season itself, so I'm gonna leave my thoughts there. They're still doubling down on stuff they did on season 1. Maybe they'll have better expansion, better, I guess, quality control when it comes to that kind of storytelling, but it only remains to be seen. So with that also out of the way, speaking of video game stuff, let's talk about the new Fallout TV show. For those who don't know, on my channel, I actually played a lot of Fallout 4. Haven't really gotten around to do New Vegas. I heard that was obviously the most popular version of it. I think Gretchen Badger did the most definitive version of how to play the game at the time. So I guess card to that and this trailer in the description down below, as far as links go. Yeah, also, you guys don't have to see if you're a League of Legends fan. That is, Jinx's voice actor playing essentially a created character, new kid into the Wastelands. And it's new city too. It's not going to be either Boston that I knew or New Vegas for the old Half-Life 3 veterans. It's going to be Hollywood, and it's going to be pretty interesting, and pretty much a lot of the theory I've had so far with good video game adaptations that are in, like, post-apocalyptic kind of stuff are, like, hundreds of decades in the, not hundreds, but, like, a few decades in the past because they didn't want to catch up to, I guess, today's tech and have to explain that nowadays for a modern audience, where most of those franchises like Last of Us and I guess last time I talked about it on TV breakdown was Twisted Metal, had to explain modern day stuff, but they didn't want to do it. Yeah, Fallout easily clears that board of as far as good recommendations as video game adaptation is going to go, because yeah, if you know the lore of Fallout, it's going to be basically set in early 50s stylized futuristic America, and then post-apocalypse is like, 200 years in advance. And yes, she is definitely a Vault Dweller. Basically, your created character throughout whichever version of Fallout you came back from. Oh, sorry for the Half-Life stinger. I'm very much aware that Valve is getting nostalgic and had a 25th anniversary doc for the first game. Does that mean there's a Half-Life 3? God only knows. So with that all being said, I want to do some quick thoughts before I do my transition into Toku stuff, because there's actually some good Toku stuff to talk about kaiju-wise. I want to say Walton Goggins looks fantastic so far as their ghoul. Again, another NPC that is mostly side quest heavy, but the fact that they're going to put more characterization for that class type and probably going to have a more emotional story is going to say a lot probably down the road. Like I said, go to the trailer as well. So, still figuring out a morphing phrase going into this figure, so bear with me on that for my new subscribers. Toku stuff. Yeah, long story short, Godzilla -1 is basically a banger in the box office here in the US. It just made over 10 mil. I think it's the biggest they've had in a while here states-wise. I don't know how much they made yen-wise in Japan as far as Toho's books is concerned, as far as the box office goes. With that all being said, I got nothing to say for -1 because I have not seen it in theaters yet. I'm going to try to figure out if I could get it done before the end of the year, because, yeah, that end of the year, as I've been saying pretty much all last couple weeks, is getting bigger by the day, and skimming it down I might have to do revisions to it, probably come January. So with that being said, my last thoughts is the new Godzilla vs. Kong, Godzilla X Kong, New Empire. And can you tell I just found out about this trailer last minute before recording? So yeah, go to Emergency Awesomes videos. When's the last time I mentioned that in the cards? And the trailer will also be down in the description down below. It's not really much a round 2 or round 3 for those who know, Big Jack Films wise, when it comes to Kong's history with Godzilla. Also, Kong is gonna basically, I think, be the dry run for, I guess, a junior later down the road Godzilla. For most kaiju fans, you know what I'm talking about. Is it gonna be full Manila, kind of like, I guess, hijinks with the kid? Probably not. It only remains to be seen. The one thing I forgot to get the pick in time is that there's going to be a reason why they're going to be teaming up this time around. Turns out there's going to be a Hollow Earth Kong that's been around a lot longer than him, and basically found a way to, like, colonize humans that are down there to be, like, his own little tribe. Again, that's my thoughts of the whole thing, and ultimately, yeah, Godzilla's looking a little like Shin Godzilla, purpley. No, not really. I feel like I said with, I guess, King of the Monsters and the previous Godzilla vs. Kong movie, that they're basically trying to give the lore of Godzilla this time around pretty much Heisei era rules. Given the dorsal fins are getting more purpley than usual, probably a power-up like usual, standard fare for Godzilla at this point. And I'm guessing they're going to tribute-ize, I guess, like, his Millennium Era days. Don't know if they're going to go hard into, like, a Heisei era approach if they ever get a third movie with the two of them, with his kid as well. And it only remains to be seen. So with that all being said, what did you think of all the trailers for this breakdown? Like I said, all the links will be in the description down below. And another thing, I'm going to probably do a TV rundown probably this weekend. I'm very much aware of the Doctor Who specials leading up to the regeneration of the 15th Doctor. I only saw the first special. I only know that Dave Tennant came back as the 14th. Also, very hearty congratulations to that era of Tennant fans to finally getting a clean win when it comes to death battles. That is, like, the cleanest one I've seen in a long time, I'm going to be honest with you guys. So yeah, I'm going to be back for the last 2 specials probably next week. Or I'll just do a breakdown the first 2. And something I've been meaning to wanting to do to talk about on this channel for probably since the beginning of my channel. Scott Pilgrim, mainly because Takes Off just came out last week. And it did really damn good numbers from what I've heard so far Netflix-wise. So with all that and more, yeah, what did you think of the, I guess, semi-restructured set? I am still doing some beta testing with Barrels for the pilot review. That might come out that later, I think in a few weeks. Hopefully before the end of the year, I'll let you know, probably in the community tab for that. That all being said, yeah, back to, yeah, again, go to that song. Don't want to get into, copyrights. With that being said, go to the previous forum here to sub the channel, hit the notification bell down below. Go to my Cyberpunk forum here to see my previous reviews, and yeah, probably Critical Role Shorts, because I think episode 79 is going to be out later this week. Barrels here to sub the channel and see more Nerf-related content. Notification bell down below as usual. And with that all being said, I'm Retrokid Reviews saying, damn, they really know what Inverter knows for Walton Goggins. That's pretty good. Just saying.